Yes. We are back with the 118th episode of the Danger Zone podcast. Can you believe it? And we're here with Mr. DL.
Big Shug.
And Chef Tanya Nicole. Welcome back, everybody.
Yes. Oh, yeah. You know how it is. Was a busy week. What did you do this week, Big Shug? Anything good?
Nah, man, I'm always moving towards the light, bro. Ain't like a backpack rapper. I'm always moving to the light, trying to elevate. You know what I'm saying? So, just basking in the glorious number one of the Celtics championship. That was terrific. The pressure was incredible because they were expected to win the championship the entire year. They came into a year, just imagine that pressure, that they were supposed to win that. So the fact that they did just made it incredible. I'd like to give a shout out to Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and the rest of the guys: Kristaps Porzingis, Al Horford, Drew Holiday, Derek White, Peyton Pritchard. If I didn't say him, Sam Hauser, and the rest of the guys, the bench mob too. You know what I mean? Because everybody contributed in some kind of way, and some people don't even realize too that even those guys on the bench who don't really get to play, they got to play against those dudes every day in practice when they're playing. That's what they're going against. So everybody contributed. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown played together for 7 years. They're pretty young to get that first championship, and hopefully more. There'll be a parade Friday. So those are going to attend, man. It's supposed to be hot, but go ahead and celebrate that. Boston Celtics been number 18. The most championships out of anyone in the whole NBA history or league. And it's terrific, man. I salute the Boston Celtics.
Congratulations to you and yours.
Anything good with you? Do anything good this week?
Oh, I did a lot of great stuff. Salsa Sundays, Orchard Beach. Went with my goddaughter. She likes to dance. Got some sun. It was Father's Day weekend, so there was a lot of people out.
Nice. I shot a couple.
In New York. Sorry.
I shot a couple videos in New York. One for UNP and one for Saigon. Actually, I shot 3 videos. So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I did really.
So listen, that's funny because I saw that you were shooting a joint for UNP, and I didn't even know what an UNP was at first. So what happened was we went to a show. I think it was the Jay-Z concert. Or one of those concerts we went to at the TD Garden. So my son, he was younger than Tremaine. So these dudes were selling shirts for the event at the Garden.
Yeah.
Hustling. If y'all ever been there during these events, there'd be a bunch of people with boxes and tons of shirts getting them off, And then my son's like, yo, I know you. You're on P. Right, the dude had like that shock look on his face because he didn't he probably didn't know no one was gonna peep him selling these shirts. But I mean, your hustle is your hustle.
That's right.
So, and then my son had peeped him on a freestyle thing online, and we're talking a few years ago. So that I hadn't even seen him or heard of him until I just seen you the other day post that, and I was like, yeah, won't be. I'll always have that story because it was something else. Because his look on his face was like, you know me? You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah,
we were walking through.
I'm like,
when we walked through the Bronx with him, it was every 5 seconds someone was recognizing him. The last video I did with UMP was with him and Jadakiss, and so I don't know when this one's coming out. I actually produced both of those records, the Saigon one and the UMP one, so we'll let you know on here when those get closer to coming out. But what else you got going on, Suge? I just dropped the mouse.
Much, man. I'm just over here. I just your girl Megan Megan Stallion, whatever, Meg the Stallion. She just complained at her show because she said she doesn't like weed or smokes weed. So therefore, they was blazing so much. That's all she could smell from the stage was weed. So she said that if she gets high, the show's over. I don't know, make it a joke, whatever. But she's saying that she physically is altered by weed. So
what a nerd.
some people have a negative
She could take-
reaction.
She could take bullets to the feet, but not weed.
Oh boy, the danger zone.
Canadian commander.
I mean, on the bottom line of the whole shit is today, man, and even before today, people will come into the shows, man, smoking. People smoking at all the shows. Only you might not catch them smoking in the symphony, but now you might. So you know that's what's gonna happen. It is what it is. But she said that she doesn't. She recently did a show at her hometown, and that's what she said. It's the Hot Girl Summer Tour. And it was blazing. I saw you could smell. And she was like, if you keep smoking, the show's going to be over because she doesn't smoke weed because it physically alters her. Or
She's
whatever.
sensitive
Drink,
to the
do whatever.
420.
Isn't she already physically altered from all the surgeries?
Oh my God. Supposedly the danger zone. What surgeries does she have? I thought she's all natural.
Oh yeah, is that what you thought? So yeah, I didn't hear about that, but what a nerd! Like going to concerts and people smoking at concerts. That's just what happens. I remember we went to see Cypress Hill a few years back, and it was after I did the documentary for them at this same venue, and they wouldn't let anyone. Remember that they kicked out. They kicked out over 300 people. Most rappers from that era are lucky if 300 people show up to their show. 300 people got kicked out for smoking weed.
People were very surprised that you couldn't smoke. But I get it.
Made a lame experience.
If she made an announcement, I guess you should expect that if you're a Megan Thee Stallion fan, that she's not gonna enjoy that. So I don't know.
Listen,
but
if
why?
you're a fan, I don't know.
I never heard that she was
That's not
anti-weed.
going to.
She might not
It's
be
not going to even do
anti-weed.
anything.
She might not be anti-weed. She might be saying, like, if there's so much, she might get contact, and then maybe it messes her up. I'm sure we all know somebody.
Contact high is such bullshit.
No, it's not. I've
shit's
seen
bullshit.
it. I've seen people be bake out in a car and they don't smoke.
Yep,
and
that's
then
the
get
same
high.
people who drink non-alcoholic beer and be like, I'm fucking wasted, man. Totally fucking wasted.
Okay, stop.
Hey,
All right. There are a lot of people.
tell you
Same thing
something,
where
right?
people smoke all day long and they have an edible and they lose their shit. So I believe her.
Yeah, no, but
Well-
that's actually doing. No, that's not a good.
I don't
comparison.
really look at it like that because people have been smoking like at shows since the beginning of time, number one. And number two, these are open air spaces. These aren't even spaces where like it's really like that. It's a coliseum or whatever. Where like I remember I was smoking recently at the Rock the Bells tour, and some woman behind us was saying that she has asthma. Yo, that's cool, and I understand. But
That's
when you're blowing this smoke out, this shit's going straight to the roof. It ain't even not. You know what I mean? It's not even floating around or levitating or nothing. This shit is going straight up. So that's why when I heard that, I was like, this somebody just didn't want you to be smoking. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, they're just trying to
No, I
control what they
disagree,
can
'cause
control.
When we go to the
Like
when we go to the festivals, you can smell that shit everywhere. And if you can smell it, it's definitely around you.
yeah.
And if she's on stage, and especially like you said, it goes up. It might go right up to hit her, and
Well,
then come
what
back
goes up
Maybe-
must come down.
Maybe it's sensitive to
I don't
her.
know.
It goes
to
up.
her like vocal cords. I don't know.
It goes up, and then all
know.
the weed in the venue comes down into her lungs, and she's like,
Oh my God, that's not what I'm saying.
I'm like this here. I've performed, I've been on stage like that, whatever. Like if people
"Bro,
are smoking,
I've done dabs on stage. There's not another rapper on the planet. You can't find me a rapper that does dabs on stage. You can't find it. It's too dangerous.
Nah.
It's too dangerous
So
as
all
a
I'm-
performer because if you catch the coughs, you're done. You can't say,
So-
all right, crowd, give me 20. I'll be back.
So
You can't do
what
that.
I was saying though, basically is what I was saying when we performed in these huge places, and everybody was smoking whatever. Like I didn't really smell it like that, and knowing that it was a ton of people smoking. It's just the shit is so open air. The shit is mad big. Like
Well-
you smell something, but not really like that. You're gonna get a contact more in the dressing room. You get a contact more than you would like in an arena, like performing. Like you know what I mean?
I feel like you
It is what it is.
really only smell weed when you're not high. When you're high, it's already in your taste buds. It's already in your nostril. You don't really smell it. You don't notice it. But if you're not smoking and someone drives by you, you're walking down the street and someone drives by you roasting and you're not smoking it, you smell it. I feel like if you're already stoned, you don't smell it as much.
I feel it's taboo. I feel it's taboo like that to people who don't smoke it at all. People don't smoke it at all. First of all, they think it's dope. And second of all, they're the ones that they smell a hint of it. Oh, I think DL does dope. You know what I mean? So those are people who have no idea.
That's an aggressive word, dope.
What's going on? So, but yeah, what's up with y'all, man?
Nothing, man. Wanted to talk about this. The
danger zone.
What happened? What's so dangerous?
The effing.
Oh, the effing. I want to talk about the passing of Willie Mays. What you got to say about that, Big Shug?
Peace.
I mean, well, so me coming up, the sacred.
Because they're the same age.
The sacred. I hate the sacred players that were, home run, the home run record was sacred. Number one who was holding the record was Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
All right. So the other dudes were jockeying behind that numbers because they thought no one would ever come close was Hank Aaron and Willie Mays. So my father always talked about them. And as I got older, they were later on in their years playing, but I still was like, damn, they were great. Like I knew about when Hank Aaron won that, coveted championship. Coveted home run record, before it got kind of juiced. But I still don't never give juice to hitting home runs anyway. Maybe how far they go, but not to hitting. But anyway, so Hank Aaron wasn't only Willie Mays wasn't only a great hitter. He became a great hitter. He was always an athletic and great outfielder. They called him the Say Hey Kid. That was his nickname. But he would literally, there's stories that when he first started playing, his first 12 games, he went hitless. He was down on himself because he was crying actually. And I guess it was the manager, whatever, of the team that says, hey, what's up? He said, I can't hit major league pitching. And dude was like, listen, you're the greatest outfielder that we've ever seen. It's going to come. He said, pull your pants up a little bit, right? Get your stance correct. And then he went on a terror, 13-game hitting streak or something like that. But he went on to be one of the greatest of all time. And, rest in peace to the great Willie Mays. And, man, they were the beginning. Them dudes were the beginning of that, man. And he could do everything.
What do you think about all right, so Willie Mays had, what did he have? I just saw it somewhere here. He had almost 3,300 career hits in Major League Baseball. But recently, what, last week, 2 weeks ago, the Negro League's records and stats and everything went into Major League Baseball. So now they're saying, now Willie Mays has 10 extra hits that he has 10 new hits basically that he didn't have 2 weeks ago. What do you think about that? What do you think about these records from one league joining another league? I'm curious of what you think about it.
I mean, it depends because, like for instance, when the ABA merged some teams with the NBA,
yeah,
right. The thing was, it still was professional basketball. They still had a lot of top players, so I wasn't opposed if they was to use those records. I don't know if they did, but I wasn't opposed. But some of these other things, I mean, you could go back with baseball with the Negro League.
Yeah.
Excuse me. They didn't give me that records from the Negro League, combine them.
Yeah.
They had a whole lot of games,
That's what they did.
That's what he's saying.
That's what they did.
Just did that.
Those?
Yeah,
He just did that.
All these players from the Negro Leagues, like Ty Cobb probably isn't the league have the most hits anymore. I mean, not hits, batting average. It's probably not Ty Cobb anymore. Yeah. I don't know who it is, but my question.
I think Ted Williams might have had a higher batting average than Ty Cobb.
Not all time. For one season, he hit 406, but all time, no.
Yeah, he hit the 4.
He hit, I think, 406, yeah.
What I'm saying is, So yeah, I would say that about those records because they were said to be the greatest players out here. They just couldn't play in the major league because they weren't allowed. So it was known to even, probably the white people that kept them out. They knew that these dudes were actually the greatest players. But, you know what I mean? They kept them out. Dominicans and all Puerto Ricans and everyone else, they kept them out. They kept everybody out. Then when time came, look at baseball now. So, but I think it's cool. I think that's cool.
So since you combine...
Name a pitcher. If you know the history a little bit, you might not know.
Satchel.
There's one pitcher that played in the Negro Leagues. He also played in the majors, but he was older and he still was striking people out all the time.
Satchel Paige?
See what I'm saying? So you know that.
Yeah.
He came from that league. They said he was almost 50. Like he was still striking people out. You know what I mean?
So
Tom Brady of the Negro League.
So right here it says that from MLB.com, it says Negro League stats to be added to MLB. Entering MLB records. Major League Baseball embrace of the Negro League is now recognized in the record books, resulting in a new look. Let's see. Following. So it looks like. So I'm just interested in it. Now, does that mean Babe Ruth has the most home runs in the Negro League? If they're combining, does that mean he's the home run leader of both of those leagues now? I'm confused.
Nah.
Because you know what I think about Babe Ruth.
Hey.
He was playing for both sides.
Babe Ruth, though, for whatever he might have been, whatever, he showed you that he was a great baseball player, a hitter.
Yeah.
Because he was fat. He ate hot dogs all the time, even during the game. Drank beers, smoked cigars. Went to get hookers all the time.
Sounds like.
And he would go the next day and bang out home runs and plus pitch.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
He was like the original Ohtani without the physicality.
But with more hot dogs, he was a little bit more rotund.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he could hit. See, that's how it is. People
and
like
his
him was
candy
like that.
bar is delicious.
But people like
That's
him.
actually not named after him.
They were like that.
No.
Because to play this sport was so easy to him. Like, it was nothing. People made a fuss over it, but him, he was like, "What, hit a baseball? Yo, I'll go out here and do this all day." So that's why he'd be eating and drinking all night, hanging out, and the next day to go play and bam. You know what I'm saying?
So here you go, Tanya. Little history lesson. The baby. I knew it wasn't after. I always thought it was too. But the Baby Ruth candy bar was named after Ruth Cleveland, the daughter of U.S. President Grover Cleveland, not Babe Ruth.
Yo, but they wrote that though, you know.
Yeah, hell yeah.
They wrote it like that.
It was probably the official candy
Ruth
of the New York Yankees. You know what I mean? Like the official candy of the New York Yankees.
Give me some.
So, got another one. Too bad it isn't football season because Real Life would have been all over this one. Her man, the second best singer in NSYNC, or what is it? Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
Nick?
NSYNC. No, the second.
Whoever she said, according to Rhea,
Life.
yeah. Justin Timberlake got arrested this morning.
Word.
For like a DUI, and people say he was so drunk that he was at a bar in a hotel drinking other people's drinks, like grabbing their drinks.
Hammer.
It's Justin Timberlake. You could pretty much do it to any woman.
Good fact.
Brought him,
I'll be like, can I just keep the cup?
He probably bought them all. He probably bought everybody drinks, and they cut them off. And he was like, "Hey,
there you go."
But
well, that's
it's crazy about that. It's crazy about the Justin Timberlake thing is because if by now people probably should have seen the mug shot, the rest shot, and it's like,
let me see it.
So many of those are the same picture. Like these guys just all have that picture.
Yeah.
They said he was swerving. And when they pulled him over, he said he only had one drink.
It's not that bad, actually.
It's not a bad mugshot. You could tell he was crying, though.
Nah, that's what I mean.
He was either having allergies or
picture,
crying. Or stoned. I guess there's three options, but he's probably crying.
First of all, his beard growth is days old. So that wasn't, I went out last night and just got a little drunk.
Now, his eyes look red, though.
Yeah.
His eyes look red, right?
Well, he could also be hammered.
Yeah.
And his face is
he's
puffy.
definitely hammered.
It just looks like he was crying. They're like, all right, Justin, let's put it together. Gotta take this mugshot so I can sell it to TMZ.
I don't even think he was crying. I think he was puffy from drinking.
Hey, he refused the breathalyzer.
Smartest thing he could have done.
Test.
Smartest thing he could have done. If anybody, I'm not encouraging this because you're going to jail. I'm just gonna let you know you're going to jail. But if you're in a situation where you've had too much alcohol, don't have the breathalyzer.
Said he was operating said vehicle in an intoxicated condition and that his eyes were bloodshot and glassy.
Just like the picture.
A strong odor of alcoholic beverage was emanating from his breath. There's people online saying, I mean, you never know what to believe on the internet, but there's people online saying that he was doing like lewds and poppers. And
okay, that's a little extreme, but
lewds. Yo, I wonder how much you could, if you had lewds right now, I wonder how much you could sell them for. Because they don't make those anymore. I wonder how much those are worth.
Those are special. How
much do you think a kilogram of fucking lewds is worth?
I have no idea.
In this day and age.
I don't know how much they were worth in the 80s.
Not that they were worth a lot, but they probably were because it was like a rich person drug, but it's not that. It's just they don't exist anymore.
Yeah, someone's got to be involved.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering how much.
Hey, yo.
I don't know, but...
DL, do you have any baseball cards?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got a lot. I stopped collecting in like 92 or 3.
So you got some good ones though?
Oh yeah, I got some really good ones, yeah. And I got a couple old ones too. Really old ones.
Don't say that.
Yeah, screwed up in the, remember those hard cases they used to screw them into? I got a couple of them in those, you know.
Those are nice. Those are collectors. But supposedly
I used to collect Ricky Henderson rookie cards.
Just him?
I probably have like 17 of them.
Okay. Let's go. But I think I heard the value of baseball cards has started going up again.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because for a while
that's what I heard too.
Yeah, for a while it was good. And then it was like oversaturation, or baseball players were signing too many cards, so that takes the value off. Mm-hmm. That's why actually sometimes players don't sign things, because if they sign too many things and their signature is out there like that, then the value is decreased.
I think, yeah, that's true, but I think they also, some of them don't sign it because like, I'm not fucking signing my name on this sneaker so this douchebag can go sell it for $2,000. You know what I mean? Like there's probably a lot of that going on.
Yeah, but there are also kids and people out there that are actually true fans.
Yeah.
You know?
I've never had a cool autograph. I've been asked for my autograph before, and I just go, just give it to me.
Well, that's what an autograph and signatures is.
Yeah, and I don't enjoy taking photos, like being in photos. So I could see it being a annoying ordeal asking me for that.
Well, I think in general, like when you're at that level, it's hard if literally every 2 feet someone's asking you for an autograph. You probably can't.
Well, I don't get it like that, but I do get people who want to take pictures all the time. And I was like, I don't really want to be in pictures. Just to think all these rappers I do videos with, I hardly ever take a photo with them.
Yeah.
So.
That happens a lot.
But yeah, so Justin Timberlake, I don't know. Has he really ever been in trouble? Really?
That's what I was about to say. He went, well, at least what? He's almost 40. I don't know how old Justin Timberlake is.
43.
43 years, and he really has not. The only other time that I remember him getting into quote unquote trouble is
N-word. Didn't he say that or something?
Oh, I didn't. I don't even know about that.
Yeah. That was that Britney Spears said that he used to say it all the time.
Yeah, okay, but
also it's coming from,
that could be 50% accurate.
Coming from Britney Spears.
No, I was gonna say that, like one time he was like doing a movie with someone, and then I guess like the cast went out afterwards, and he was like in an I don't know, inappropriate embrace, or he was holding someone's hand or something was going on, and he was married at the time, so that's the only thing I remember. But he went a lot of decades without really getting into trouble.
So all this thing, right, is always happening. Celebrities are always getting pulled over and arrested for drunk driving. So I guess on that note, Justin Timberlake is going to have to change clothes and come back as a double person.
He's got to change clothes to that orange jumpsuit. Is that what you
gotta do something. Hey,
Could probably look good in it. Listen,
if
with
they put an orange jumpsuit on him for that, yo. It might as well be Dr. Denton style.
No, they
all I
won't
gotta
do
say
that.
is with tribulations come good music.
Yeah.
So I'm for it. Listen,
Who's like, it's tough putting super
we
famous
don't know what
people
he's-
in jail.
and we don't know what he's going through. Like,
Yeah, fucking
hey,
here's what he's going through. Who cares?
Oh,
Don't
come
drive
on.
around drinking and driving. Like,
I,
don't give a
I'm
shit.
not
Like,
encouraging that. I'm just
Right back.
saying there's a great opportunity for
Word.
whatever he's going through to his family surround him, figure it out, and him get better. Like, who doesn't love a good comeback story?
yeah, but if this was stupid as hell and it was Bill Johnson from Tennessee and he did this same exact thing, you wouldn't be like, oh, I hope he gets better and I hope everything's good with him. He's a good guy. You would be like, nah, fuck Bill Johnson from Tennessee.
100%. But I know zero about Bill Johnson, and I know a little bit more about Justin Timberlake. And I'm not saying I know Justin Timberlake, but he's been in the public eye, like we said, for almost at least 30 years. So yes,
Dang.
I will have a little bit more sympathy.
Wasn't he a Mickey Mouse kid?
Yes, for who knows? He could have been touched by an angel too. So you know.
So that means he can drink and drive.
I didn't say that.
Who gives a shit?
I am not condoning drinking and driving. What I'm saying is sometimes shit's happening in your life and instead of going right, you go left and you find yourself in a situation that you maybe normally that's not your thing. That's what I'm saying.
Well, sometimes
at least he didn't Reese Witherspoon it and say,
Reese Witherspoon.
"Do you know who I am?"
I'm Reese Witherspoon. Do you remember that big shit?
Huh?
Reese Witherspoon got pulled over by the police. You know who I am? I'm Reese Witherspoon. That shit was funny.
Wasn't she
Yo.
also intoxicated? So you know what I'm saying.
One time, Michael Irvin played for who played receiver. Shout out to him. He's a great dude. He got arrested in a hotel room, and they were doing alleged. No, they wasn't allegedly. They were supposed to. Yeah, they was doing coke and drinking and shit.
Okay.
And he says to the cops when they came up in there, he says, "Do you know who I am?" That shit is mad. To me, that's the wildest thing to say, even if you're rich or whatever. If you're from that area, of course you know they know who you are. You know what I mean? But you're getting arrested, bro. So when you say that, that shows you probably already are high.
You should get
You are
arrested
high.
because you're embarrassing yourself.
So you know who I am? Come on, man. That's like Larry Bird getting pulled over in Boston. And he goes, "You know who I am? Come on, dog." They know who you are.
There's the opposite of that though. There's a movie called Get Shorty. I don't know if you ever saw it back in the day, but there's like a gangster. He's not famous or anything. He's just a gangster from Miami, and he's in Los Angeles, and he bumps into another non-famous gangster from Los Angeles. They bump heads, you know what I mean? And he's like, "Do you know who I am?" And the guy's like, "Do you know what I mean?" He's like, "How the fuck am I supposed to know who you are?" But he realizes that doesn't work everywhere you go. You know, do you know who I am when you're 3,000 miles away? But I thought that was
no, sir. No, I don't.
With me, I say to people at times, not even to say that, but just to be like, "Yo, you know hip hop?" Because when they might ask my name, I go, "My name is Suge." And what do they say first?
Suge Knight.
If they don't know. You know what I mean?
They shit their pants. That's what they say.
So they say Suge Knight, right? And
You know
I
what
always
Suge
go,
Knight looks
"Nah,
like?"
you don't know hip."
Yeah,
And
I
say,
certainly do know
hip-hop?
what Suge Knight looks like.
I think Suge Knight. I don't think Suge Knight's a household face. Maybe. I don't know. He might be.
Nah,
I think everyone might know
you
who-
what
But
it
if
is.
you know to
People who didn't even pay
react to
attention to
Suge,
it.
then you know
Think about it.
enough.
But listen, people who don't even really pay attention to it might have heard what happened with Suge Knight
Exactly.
and the name Suge. So that's why when you say it, they might not know shit really. But they, "Oh, you're not like Suge Knight, are you?" They don't really know everything. They just hear that gangster thuggery that's what they think about. So
Yeah.
You know. You know
the
what's
next thing what
sorry.
happens is I say, "So you must not know hip hop." Then the first thing they do, "Oh, I know hip hop." "Oh, yeah, that's what you don't." I just tell you my name is Suge, and you say Suge Knight. "My name is Big Suge." Blah blah blah, and they, oh yeah, I know. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, don't say you know. And then I said, "What's up? I'm Suge." You like Suge Knight? Come on,
Well,
son.
everybody doesn't know every group. I feel
Yeah,
like
like-
it's impossible to know every group.
That's true.
Like if you were like, perfect example. I don't know the names of the two guys in Daz Effects. I don't know their names.
Me neither.
So it's like,
yeah, I do.
If someone
I
was
do.
like, "Oh, this that MC so and so," I don't know who that is. But they're like, "Oh, you don't know who Daz Effects?" Oh yeah, I know who Daz Effects is.
Yeah.
Like, can you name the 4 members of Onyx?
Can I?
Yeah. Like the 4 members of Onyx. Can you do it? Like I feel like not everyone. I feel like names aren't so. There's a lot of rappers. Like when you really think of it, bro, there's a lot. Especially now. What? There's
a producer. I mean, excuse me, a engineer dude. Shout out to my man, Real Drama. Like this dude has a bevy of new name rappers every time I speak to. I'm like, yo, so who came over there less than smart? Like, you know, dudes got crazy ass names. Like, you know what I mean? Right? I'm like, what? Casper, the white ghost, check mark, bookmark. Like, I'd be like, wow. I mean, and that's what we know. Yeah. So if I talk to my son, and any of these younger dudes, you say, yo, what's hitting right now? Yo, they can tell you a rapper that you've never heard of, and then 10 weeks from now, it's going to be somebody else. You know what I mean? So it's just too many. It's mad rappers in the game. Yeah. And guess what? I can't even say there's mad rappers.
There is.
Because, so if I rap this year and I don't rap next year, I'm still a rapper? Like, nah. I feel like you got to make your mark. And then, you know what I'm saying? And okay, he's going to be a rapper, you know, but here today, gone tomorrow, that's like, you know what I mean? What did you put down? Like, so now everybody ain't no rapper. They were a rapper for the minute. They got their ass.
If I'm not someone that is always looking on social media and I am listening, whether it's, whatever music app that people listen to, yeah, you might see the name, but you don't see the face.
I think there's a lot of rappers.
Nah.
And then if I see them, would I be like, oh yeah, that's so and so? I don't know. There's a lot of rappers that I really legit do not know what they look like.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say there's well over hundreds of thousands of rappers.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Here's an amazing thing to me.
10% of New York City are rappers, at least.
Yeah.
We speak of what you're saying. Like the amazing thing to me is the fact that how many people in different places where I'll be will know who I am. And I know that's that way because of what the internet is now. See what I'm saying? Whereas you're not putting records out all the time, every year or different stuff like back in the day. So how are they seeing you? How are they knowing? How are they this much younger?
You think artists put more music out back in the day than compared to now? Let's just pick an artist. Dang. I don't know. What do you think? So I think rappers put out more songs now.
I don't. So this is my
maybe not those. Maybe not those older ones, but the new. I think the newer generation does. Yeah.
Here's what I think. They still. So they might be doing it almost like the singles format back in the day. Yeah. Because singles were getting tossed at you on a regular back in the day. Like them shits was like all the time. Now dudes will make records because guess what? People don't even listen to the whole record no more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I remember driving a couple of, my son and one of his boys in the car. If a song played, a minute, that was long. before they were switching. You see what I'm saying? So the attention span is really crazy.
Like my
now,
first.
As far as putting out music.
Go ahead.
As far as putting out music, so I don't feel dudes put out as much like that, even older dudes, unless your name is Rex in terminology. But if you them dudes, you're gonna keep putting out music like that. But I mean, the average, I'd be like,
back in the day. See, my first album didn't come out till 2005. I made music in the 90s, but I didn't have an official album out, like album in stores, until 2005. Back in the 90s. You had a wall you hit, which was your label, to stop you from putting out 10,000 fucking songs. Today, all kids got to do like this is like, that mixed? Yeah, that's mixed. All right, let me load up the Spotify real quick. That's all they got to do now.
Yeah, they have.
They
have the control.
Back in the day, they had to take their fucking DAT tapes and masters or whatever to their record label. They would be like, "Well, this song here. You need a girl song. You need a party song. You know what I'm saying?" And now it's a little more freedom, but less money, but more freedom. I feel like.
Man, I remember. I remember one video I did called "Treat You Better." Diane Martell, shout out to her. She used to do bids back. And she's probably like, I don't know, she was really on some different groupie type stuff, but she was cool. You know, she was the director. And I remember just doing the video, and this chick is yelling, be more pimpish, be more pimpish. I looked over at her, I was like, yo, hold up. What do you know about someone being more pimpish? Like,
maybe that was her kink.
The whole crew laughs. Like, everybody's laughing.
Danger zone.
But me, think about it, I'm trying to be in character singing the song. And this chick's yelling that, and I'm like, yo, so that's what they would be trying to tell you to do. And it's up to you if you went along with whatever they were saying. Like, I got all the masters and shit back when Payday closed. This shit came in the mail, like, that. Think about that, they came in the mail, right? You know, so the crush and all that, like, I got that. You know what I mean? So it's wild. But, I wanted to ask a question before earlier. As a gangster actor, like, who is your favorite gangster actor that you think is a good gangster actor?
Go ahead. I already know my answer. Go ahead. You go first.
And when I say that, I mean like
there's only one.
Mobster type.
Yeah. There's only one.
Huh?
I'm gonna let Tanya go first because I already know mine. Yeah.
I don't want to say because I may be influenced.
Nah.
I already know what you're gonna say. I think.
All right. Well,
what do you
Can
want
you
to
say
say?
what you're gonna say?
hold on. Let me do this dab real quick.
Say what you're gonna say. Oh, say what you want to go out.
I was gonna say Robert De Niro.
Okay.
Who are you saying? Who are you saying?
There's only one,
I
bro.
know he was gonna say
There's
it.
only one. A fucking guy who can come into a room and make a 7'1" guy go, all right, sir, Joe Pesci. That's it.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Hey,
Joe Pesci,
so
Pesci, bro.
Joe Pesci does play a great one. He plays a great one. Robert De Niro is my first. But then if I go Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and Pesci. Them dudes were just so believable as the movies, where like even Italian people on the streets was like that was their man's. Like they're like, oh shit, it goes so and so. You know what I mean? Because they just were so believable.
Yeah.
Now there was some honorable mentions. You know what I mean? The dude from the families. What was that? He died. Gandolfini.
James Gandolfini.
Yeah, Gandolfini.
Tony Soprano.
Yeah. He was a good one. It's like dudes could play but they could play it. But De Niro and Pesci and Pacino, they seemed like that was them.
You look at
they seemed like that was really them.
You look at a tough guy in a movie these days. You're looking at The Rock. You're looking at John Cena. You're looking at all these guys are just huge guys. This and that. Joe Pesci was so fucking gangster in those movies. You didn't even notice really that he was 5 feet tall. You didn't even notice, and they didn't even try to hide it. Really, he was just so gangster in those roles where you have to wonder to yourself like,
he was gangster. He was
really
gangster to the point that
When he was around him.
he was a gangster. He was a Napoleon gangster. Like he had that complex little man dude, but he was extra.
Yeah.
Like when he told the dude, you remember from what movie? It could have been Casino, and he sat there and he said, "When are you gonna get my money, fatso?"
Yeah.
And the dude said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Listen, I'll tell you what. This motherfucker said, hey, I'm going to come down there Monday morning to get my money. If you don't have my fucking money, I'm going to split your head wide open, right? And by the time you come out of that coma, I'll be coming out of jail, and I'll split it open the fucking again." Yeah. So, and now he's kicking him up his ass while he's running down the stairs.
Just hard. Even simple bars when he takes Ace out to the desert and he says one simple thing: "You're only shit out here because of me." And you really see it. You're like, yeah, this guy was so I don't know if the real guy was a small stature guy, but you don't even care that Joe Pesci's 5 feet tall.
Hey, what was dope when you said that, right? When he said that to Robert De Niro with the right,
yeah,
is the fact that when the movie played out, it showed you like Robert De Niro was the man, though. You see what I'm saying? Like, cause they killed dude and did all of that, right? And they were too cold. They didn't like nothing Joe Pesci was doing.
Yeah.
But he's like, I'm the loud gangster. In the end, what do we see? Robert De Niro's character still working with the mob with the big ass bifocals, still picking numbers and getting bread. You see what I'm saying? And they killed your man thinking that he was going to get made.
So Joe Pesci retires from acting somewhere around what, 8 heads in a duffel bag? Remember they made him do that funny
Oh,
movie?
yeah.
He retires from acting. He pops up here and there for like a minute cameo in a movie, here and there, here and there. Then he comes back as the Irishman in the movie The Irishman, and he fucking gets nominated for an Oscar. These people sitting in that room must just be like, what the fuck? I try so hard. I try so hard at this. And this guy, he's just so fucking gangster, bro.
What I love about him too is the fact that this dude was a believable gangster, right? In movies, but he in Home Alone, he was a believable goofball.
Yeah,
that shit was dope too.
He wasn't really a goofball though. Okay, Marv was a goofball. He was with it.
He was amazing in My Cousin Vinny.
Dude,
he's so good.
Hey, they were both goofy.
Yeah, they were.
He got hit with that bowling
yeah.
ball, stupid shit. Like, okay.
He was the brains.
It was calamity.
He was the brains.
It was like on some Three Stooges shit. Like, so they was both. That's why I say goofy, because it was believable though. I didn't say, look at Joe Pesci acting like he's usually a gangster. He looks stupid doing that. No, the shit was funny. Yeah. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, this shit is believable too. You know what I mean? Because you couldn't see Al Pacino doing that, or even though De Niro had some good movies, you couldn't see him doing that role. No. That's like, come on, Home Alone.
I think De Niro was great, like you guys are saying. I think he was great. I think he fell off a long time ago though, but those movies that were great are super fucking good,
and they're classic.
I just think somewhere along the line, someone was like, "You could play funny movies," and he was like, oh, "Okay." And it's just fucking it's cringy watching that shit.
Well, if you're like his age group, then
he was
like
kind of like
right? The grandfather and all those roles.
And then it's like they made 3 movies out of a pun. They're like, his name sounds like fuck. Whoa! And they made 3 fucker movies out of a pun. That's it. Like, what's that movie about? Oh, this movie, his name's Gaylord Fucker. Whoa!
It's about a man nurse trying to win over this rich young lady.
Yeah, you don't need 3 of those. You know, like, and the movie was funny. I'm not even hating on the movie itself, but I was like, all right, you don't need 3 of these fucking movies.
It became a mom and dad movie. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Hollywood, make new movies.
If you're like a mom and dad and you got kids, and that's the movie you watch, you know? Yeah. I mean,
so
I imagine.
Are we done with that?
I think so.
Are we done with that, Big Shug? I just saw this trending. Fucking this is sad.
Oh no.
Remy Martin's son charged with 1st and 2nd degree murder. Remy Ma's son to spend times behind bars. He is being charged in multiple shootings from an incident that happened in 2021. So that sucks.
That sucks.
Yeah, crazy that my era has kids old enough to kill people.
You have enough to be grandfather.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes you see it like that. You're like, damn, this person's my age, and their kid is possibly going to jail for 20 fucking years.
That's wow.
Yeah, it's not a good situation, man.
Prayers to the family.
Any parent who has an incarcerated child at any level for whatever reason, it's just not. It's not ideal. It's crazy. So.
Yeah.
All you can do is pray, move forward, man.
And pray for the families of the victims too.
Yes, you didn't hear about that?
Yeah. No, I really didn't.
It was just trending number 1 right before we started, so I wrote it down. Yeah.
All right,
what else you got?
Isn't I think there's some show coming up, right? With Bernadette and Bernadette Price. What's his name? The Black Moon Kid,
Buckshot,
G Dep, Buckshot, G Dep, all of them are DJs. They're performing somewhere out there in New York. So, I didn't catch the whole thing, but shout out to them. It should be a little something, little something. It's Juneteenth. That's what's shooting right now too. So that's why a lot of people are home today too, but understand what this Juneteenth thing means. And what it had to do with the freedom of slaves and things like that. So I'm not going to sit here and talk about it like you guys look it up, and you should. I mean, not speaking to you two, I'm talking about the whole everyone listening.
The Civil War ended, and it was the official end of slavery. That's what
Yeah. So,
Celebrate.
and it
So how
wasn't
long do you
celebrated.
think, Big Suge, how long do you think after they said, so today, the date, what was it, 1865 or something? So what's the date? What is it? June 19th, 1865?
It sounds about right.
So June
I'm not
19th,
for sure.
1865, they free the slaves. There's no internet. There's no phones really to speak of. There's not really people. How long do you think that some of these plantations in the deep South still had slaves that did not even know that they were free?
I don't know. I mean,
You mean when it was over?
Yeah,
When
like
it was over,
I'm guessing
supposedly?
20
Of
years.
course.
I'm guessing 20
Of
years.
course.
you think it was that
Of
long?
course, because it was still going on in a lot of places. Because it's listen, when people have been programmed, it's harder to deprogram. So when you went on all these years feeling like these people should be our slaves, and then someone tells you, hey, you know that black man used to call boy and all the derogatory names and stuff, they can do whatever they want to now. So you ain't just going to say, okay, that's cool. You got to already be that type of person. So it probably was an adjustment period, but people still say you still a slave, or you might have had slaves that didn't even want to go nowhere because they like, okay, this is where I'm at. This is what I'm comfortable with.
Yeah.
Or whatever. You know, so
Yeah,
I mean,
they have generations of families
Scared yeah,
that
dang.
like grew up on the plantation.
So not only did you
but it's Juneteenth,
free
no matter what.
not only did you free the slaves, right? Now what? You have to go plantation to plantation with soldiers checking on these. That's gonna take forever, bro. And all you have to
Yeah, of course.
all you have to do
Of
really is hide your slaves. And when they come through and check your place, bring them back in. I bet you it went on for decades after
Yeah, my mom.
after the.
I've
after
never
that.
really thought about it like that.
Yeah, never thought about it. I mean, I did think about it. So that's why I brought it up.
The danger zone.
Word.
You heard it here.
But yeah. So what do you think about that? Did you have did all your people get the day off? I don't really know. I didn't ask.
I don't know. I think some people's
ask it about it.
corporations have different celebrations.
It's a federal holiday, right? It's
No,
it's federal now.
I don't
yeah.
think it's federal. Is it?
I think it's
Did
a
they
federal holiday
made it
now.
Federal holiday.
I'll tell
I
you right
know it's. I think it's in like 40 something states recognize it.
Well, it wasn't when I moved from New York to Massachusetts. New Hampshire and Arizona were the only two states that didn't celebrate Martin Luther King Day, but I think they
It
do
says
now.
yes, it's a federal holiday.
Yes, it's a federal holiday.
It was recognized in 2021.
Yeah. It says Juneteenth, a federal holiday in the United States. It was officially recognized. in
Alexa
2021.
lied to me this morning.
Why, you asked her that and she said no?
because my mom wanted to know
Oh, fuck her.
the same thing you asked, the year, and I honestly didn't know what the year was.
So I got a couple more. If you guys don't have any more, if you guys
Go
have,
ahead, man.
if you guys have more, I'll do mine last because I don't know.
Go ahead. I'm
Go
good.
ahead.
Swizz Beatz and Timberland sell Verzuz to X, with Elon Musk and X. So I guess they're going to try to rebrand it. What do you guys think about that? I thought Verzuz was dope, but it was a thing. It was a moment in time. Like
I honestly didn't know it was still going on.
I don't think it is really going on right now, but I think they keep trying to revamp it. But I just think it was a thing that was a moment in time, like that COVID fucking lockdown. It was DJ Premier versus RZA. It was who else? Who were the first ones? It was that the first one?
Yep.
So so it was like it was shitty then, but then it was shitty then because it was like basically like DJ Premier put his phone next to the speaker and RZA put his phone next to his speaker and they played beats live over the internet. It was laggy, and then it turned into motherfuckers renting out Madison Square Garden, and it kind of like Kill Tony basically, right?
Yeah, blew
Like
up.
I
it
mean,
blew up.
if you think
I
about
just
it,
think
so
that's over with now.
the whole world we live in is a money grab. There's a way for us to, like, people buying their masters, owning masters and selling this and that. I mean, that's basketball players getting paid $350 million for 4 years. Like, I mean, this is the world we live in. If they putting their money out there, dudes is grabbing it. I mean, that's kind of really the way it is. Now, I mean, Verzuz was cool. Like, as long as they kept it the right people and it was energetic and all that, it was cool. You know what I mean? Because even though Snoop and DMX had one, but that didn't seem to really have that much energy to it. You know what I mean? Like, as far as I'm concerned. Anyone else, I don't know, but you know, and I did enjoy, of course, Dipset.
Snoop's laid back, and DMX isn't or wasn't at that moment the DMX that we would want to have seen live. You know what I mean? Like,
the question is,
it was laid back, but I thought anyone was crazy going against Snoop.
Well,
Snoop's one of those three guys. I don't think anyone can. There's like three guys. I don't think anyone can maybe 4 or 5 guys. I don't think that anyone can fucking come close to. And Snoop Dogg's one of those people. Records? You're gonna try to go against Snoop Dogg?
You said you can't do what?
I said Snoop Dogg's one of those 5 guys where you can't really go against him in a versus battle. He'll smoke everybody. He'll smoke groups. He'll smoke cities, bro. Snoop Dogg can smoke cities.
I disagree.
Well, who do you think? Well, you also think J. Rue the Damager is a better rapper than him, so I don't know.
Well, listen. What is a rapper though? What is a rapper?
Someone who raps and makes great songs for 30 years.
To me, that's not the case. Because me as a rapper and somebody rapping, the criteria is like, yo, me, I'm a dude who listens to the lyrics. You know what I mean? So I can't say that somebody's a better rapper than another person is if they really listen to the catalog and what's going on right here, right? That's number one. And number two, when you see another guy go in a room to write a verse for this dude who's supposed to be a greater rapper, I can't say that though. I seen that. So I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you know what I mean? Like anybody that somebody's like, oh, wrote a rhyme, that's not no crazy rhyme. It's just a rhyme. He wrote a simple rhyme. That's like when I look at Jay with the Damage, I look at it different. You know what I'm saying? I could name all 3 songs and know like, okay, what this song was about and how he delivered it. That's how I looked at that. You know what I'm saying? With Snoop had some hit songs, but his shit to me was more style.
J. Rue the Damager doesn't have one song better than the worst song on Doggy Style.
The Danger Zone.
Danger Zone.
Well, Jay, well, I think, hey, that's your take, because I think a lot of people would like that Come Clean joint over a lot of songs. You know what I'm saying?
No, man. I'm saying he doesn't have good songs.
Yo, let me tell you.
I'm just saying it's levels.
When Come Clean used to come on, even in Cali, when that shit would come on, we'd be all in different parts of the world. They would go crazy like he was from there.
Yeah, but you were at your show. You were at his. You were at his show. That had his fan showing up.
No, we were not. No, we were not. You're saying that we were at his show. We were not. We were at a club hanging out. We stopped there for a minute because we're going to the next. Yeah, we're at a club. Yo, so they're paying. So I'm just getting a look. Miami, different places we went to, not performing. You just went there and you like, wow, this shit. It was for him. That was a hit song. That was the biggest song he ever did. You know what I mean? So, and our people. One thing about that was the sound of it. You know what I'm saying? But if we look at Jay-Z. I think we could say Jay-Z. I think Jay-Z's a dope rapper.
Hell yeah.
I think this motherfucker, I love his songs. Made a lot of hits, as we know. You know what I'm saying? So if anything, I'd put him against him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Jay-Z's one of those guys.
Hey, he even wrote, so hold up. You're supposed to be better than me, but I wrote songs for you. Like that, I mean, how does that work?
I don't know. I just know that, well, he wrote Doggy Style. He wrote Doggy Style. He wrote Chronic. We could stop there. And it's still, he wrote Doggy Style and he wrote The Chronic. So we can stop there. Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg.
So you saying?
So we can stop there, and it's still bigger than any of those records.
So listen, no. But I'm saying, you're trying to tell me he wrote those whole albums? I know he did.
Well, he didn't write the whole Chronic, but he wrote parts, all his parts, and Dre's parts, some of Dre's parts.
But let me explain something to you. Let me ask you something though. How can I write something for you? It's a hit song, but you're better than me? Come on, nah, man.
You just can't. You can't deliver it as good, or you can't. Your voice isn't as good.
Yo, hold up. Hey, DL, peep this though. The song I'm talking about, as you know, Still Dre.
Yep.
Right. That he wrote both their parts. If you close your eyes, right?
Well, Jay-Z's way better lyrically than Snoop.
And you listen, but if you close your eyes and listen to that song, you can hear Jay-Z doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying you definitely can hear Jay-Z doing that.
I'd like to hear the reference track. Because Jay-Z Jay-Z probably laid it down and then they just mimicked it, you know what I mean?
Of course, but hey, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I would like them to. I would like LL too. Not saying his catalog or whatever, but I think that would be fun. You know what I mean?
LL would be
Them
fun.
dudes would be fun.
Who would you go against LL Cool J?
I'm saying to me, it got to be like, I'm not saying if they should defeat him, but somebody like him and Buster. Or him and
Ice Cube.
Huh?
What about Ice Cube?
Ice Cube? Shit, I think the same genre of people. That's like, I think Jay-Z and Ice Cube. I think Ice Cube and Busta Rhymes. I think Ice Cube and Eminem.
Yeah.
Like just these different, like let's see what y'all got. Let's see what it is. Because here's my Verzuz thing, right? You know it changed. So Verzuz was really about my catalog against your catalog.
Yeah.
Right? And then when it got to Jadakiss and them guys against Dipset, it became more theatrical.
Yeah.
It became more like
they made it a show.
We're slaying these dudes like a battle, like shut up, all that, like you know what I mean? So then it went to something else. So now we gotta say, now we look at ourselves, so if it's like that, so who we're wanting to watch.
I think also something that y'all didn't discuss is the question of why does X want to buy that? What audience are they seeking, and for what purpose?
We know why.
We don't know. I don't know why.
It sounds like a waste of money to me. I don't know.
I feel like it's why does what they say the NFL paid $50 million for commercials. Like, you know what I mean? It's like there's some money for them to make, more than the money that they get from you. You know, in the long run, you know how it works. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly my point.
Yeah.
People come by your house. Someone come by your space or whatever and say, hey, I'm gonna give you $50 million to do so and so. People don't even hesitate. Like they just, okay, I'm gonna do that. You know what I mean? Look at what's the name? Hold up. So we know who penned the commercial. I'm loving it for McDonald's. I know you know now.
Pusha T.
What? Oh, okay.
Pusha T.
Yeah, Pusha T. So they gave him $500,000 to do that. Yeah. It was a one-off. You know what I'm saying? And then come on, how much did they make? Like, you know what I mean? But like that's how someone came to him and said, I'm gonna give you $500,000. And then, all right, that's cool just to do this. Okay, I'm good.
I think he was well compensated. Like, people aren't going, damn, what do I want? Burger King, McDonald's, and Wendy's. I don't know. That theme song from McDonald's is really cool. Let's go there instead. Like, nah, like he got $500,000 to go. I'm loving it. Boom.
Just like
you can't sell it. Like, you can't make any money off a theme song.
The meals, like they start doing the meals with the artists.
Yeah, Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know what?
Same
if
thing.
You think about it.
Yeah.
If you think about it, but them sometimes a lot of them lines, a lot of for the commercials, them shits do be on people's mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, subliminally.
Some of the older restaurants is not the same because when I'm growing up, it's Burger King, the home of the Whopper. You don't hear that shit no more.
One thing we've learned about McDonald's is they are marketing geniuses. They are, because you don't technically would need to really advertise. Everybody knows McDonald's. Everybody knows the Golden Arches. Everybody knows the menu. And they are pulling new people in, I am sure.
When I read
just don't get rid of the
Ray Kroc story, the book. Ray Kroc created McDonald's. I read that book. And then as I seen
you might write that.
One of the early McDonald's would say the early McDonald's would say over 100 sold, like burgers. You know, now it's billions, but I remember seeing
over 100 million sold. Yeah.
Yeah, now it's crazy, but back then it was hundreds.
Yeah,
that's what it said. Over 100 said sold. Then it went to, you know what I mean. So I'm just saying, like, if someone says to you, there's a reason why McDonald's was like, listen, we'll give you $500,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could have gave more. Or said, let's do a deal.
They did the research.
And then we'll do this situation like this. We're going to use this over and over again, so let's do this. But now he took the $500,000, and he said in hindsight, of course, 2020, he wish he had did a different situation. But everybody could say that, because if they come to us with the right situation, tell them about, today we got what we have. We're not selling our integrity, and that's McDonald's or whatever. If they come to us and Procs or whoever and say, hey, I want to give y'all a $500,000.
Can't wait for that Crocs contract.
Hey, yo.
Let's go.
So they say, here's a $500,000 for these, this Croc thing you did. Yo, you're going to be, all right, I'm cool. Not like, let me sit around and so wait a minute. So all right, so I like listen. I want special this and this and that.
I would say
'Cause
mine have to have some kind of purple in them. I would make that request. And red,
sometimes, well, you
probably.
buy. Sometimes sometimes you'll throw your counter back. You look at what you're doing, you counter, and you can't counter because it's like that Shark Tank shit. You can counter when they offer something. You can counter, and then they'll take it away. So someone could come to you today and be like, "Yo, I'm gonna give you $500,000,000," and then you like, "Okay." Tomorrow you say, "Well, you know what? I'm ready for that." Then they're like, "Nah, well, we decided to go with we need a worm or something." Feel me? So that's all. But hey,
All right. So,
that was clever. You ready?
do you know who Neil deGrasse Tyson is?
Huh?
Do you know who Neil deGrasse Tyson is?
No.
He's what is he, an astrophysicist?
He's an astrophysicist, and he tends to narrate a lot of like space documentaries.
Does he?
I believe so.
I didn't know that part, but I know who he is. He's an astrophysicist. He's all over the internet. You've probably seen him before. You know who Terrence Howard is, right?
Yes.
Well, Terrence Howard has had the whole world in a fizzy last week because he went on Joe Rogan's podcast and he said that he's created a new form of math and that he's going to rewrite the periodic tables. You know what the periodic table is?
Yes, I do. It's a table with all the elements.
All the elements. So Joe Rogan just kind of let him talk, and the internet kind of just let him talk, and no one really checked him on it. I don't know. I don't know. I'll probably say he probably knows more about the subject than I do, but
I know he knows more than I do.
Your head tripped.
But Neil deGrasse Tyson came out a couple days ago and was basically like, Terrence Howard, just stick to acting. You're kind of stupid.
What happened was Terrence Howard said that he had given him this like manuscript of like, I guess the breakdown of it, and that he had never responded. And then Neil deGrasse said he did respond. Like he evaluated as if he were his colleague, and none of the facts made facts. None of it made sense.
You say red ink the whole thing.
Yeah, it was like whatever the theory was, it wasn't happening, and it was.
Yeah, but with these celebrities and these famous people, no one wants to push back on them because, first of all, they're mostly surrounded by people who are just yes men, who their whole existence is they know Terrence fucking Howard, so they're not going to push back on him and this and that, and then you're going to try to pull this shit with a real fucking genius, and the guy was just like, bro, like just stick to acting, and then he said it's math, not math.
Hey, that's the same people that say it's math, not math.
Maybe Terrence Howard found his Quaalude in his safe, took it, and then wrote that manuscript for math, and thought he was a genius for a moment.
Yeah, so I like Terrence Howard, but
Me too.
I just thought this was funny.
Yeah,
I was
me
like,
too.
why isn't anybody pushing back on this? Like, and not even say that he's wrong. I don't know if he's wrong or he's not.
He could be a genius.
But
Terrence Howard.
Watch me eat my words. But
Listen,
this guy's saying this guy's basically saying he's so wrong.
Don't forget, there's aliens out there now, confirmed. So
maybe he's alien.
Maybe he's friends with one, and they were like, "Listen, this is actually how the math should be mathing, and if you math this way, you're gonna be better."
Yeah, math that
and
shit
we're
up.
just not there yet.
Math it up.
So
Hey, that Terrence Howard. Hey, Terrence Howard in the movie, and the dude said, "When are you gonna grow up? When are you gonna secure your future?" Terrence Howard said, "I am a pimp, so my future will always be secure." Now, this was in that movie, but I'm just saying, I never forgot that shit because it was like, dude said, "You always be talking that pimp shit
it's
like
getting
baby,
hard
like,
out here for a
what are
pimp.
you gonna do?" That dude said, "I am pimp." Just
I'm
like
keep
that.
on
Hey,
pimp.
he's a pretty good actor.
The danger zone.
But yo,
Yeah,
shout
very
out
good
to
actor.
the Javante. Hey, shout out to the Javante Tank Davis. But he said he was going to whoop out Frank Martin, and he did. Knocked him out, I think, in the 8th round. But it was a good-looking fight, and we'll see what happens next. So shout out to Javante Tank Davis. Because to me, I like when the motherfuckers talking shit, and they really did.
And they achieve it.
He whooped them out. So let's do that, because it takes away from your armor. It puts dents in your armor when you telling me you're going to beat somebody out. And then they knock you out, and then that's so now you.
It's always a tough one.
When you say it
but
again,
what are you
guess
supposed
what?
to say?
I'm really gonna knock him
What
out
are you supposed to say? This week at Madison Square Garden, you're gonna fuck me up, bro. Like, what do you want them to say?
I might win the fight.
You're missing.
I might win. I might beat you
If
up.
I was a gambler man, I put 50 on me and 50 on the other guy.
That's not what
I like when they'll say anything.
That's not what I want to say, but I feel at some point, really, like look at what the people say after the fight. Oh, dude wasn't ready for that level. Or dude wasn't this and that other. Now,
you know what a good answer would be? You're gonna have to watch the fight and see.
Yeah.
Boom.
Isn't that what sells you as a?
Better.
Isn't that what turns you into a regular fighter, into a Conor McGregor? And
here's my thing. So this what I'm talking about. If there's a dude that's undefeated, you know what I mean, and he's like, yo, I'm gonna fuck you up, whatever. I mean, his record is showing this is what's been happening. You know what I mean? If he steps in to lose, and so be it. Like, that's when I'm on that side. We're like, okay. But this dude was like, every fight, he's like 31-0. Every fight, he's like, yo, I'm about to break your shit, whatever. And he's been doing it. Now, eventually, as we know, unless you're Floyd Mayweather and step away from the shit, you know, so he would have to have about 19 more fights to step away 50-0. You know what I mean? So we don't know what happens at that time. But yo, I'm ready like Freddie.
All right, here we go. Is it that time of week? Is it that time of the week? Hold on, let me get my soundboard up. Stupid as hell. Here we go.
And it goes a little something like this. What a mess.
Oh boy.
A Kentucky man pulled a bag of drugs and a wad of cash when police officers asked him for his ID. David Ratliff, 43, was passed out behind the wheel of his car on Friday in the parking lot. And he was found with meth and fentanyl and over $3,000 in cash. When police arrived at the scene and asked the drugged out Ratliff for his ID, he whipped out a bag of meth pills and a large sum of money, according to Clay County Sheriff's Office. And then David Ratliff, 43, was arrested after police responded to this situation and found the drugs on him and what happened. So it's very short. I guess he was in Kentucky goofballing, because they be balling, but a lot of times they be goofballing. And they rolled up on, imagine they asked you for your ID and you pulling out meth.
Like, which drugs do you want, officer? Wait, hold up.
Dang, look at this guy.
Fentanyl.
Oh, wow.
Did he get shot? Did he get shot in his chest? Look at what's going on with his chest. Look at the bullet hole.
Big stain right here.
Bro, are you looking at a picture of him?
Yeah, I seen it.
He's got a blue shirt on?
Huh?
Does he have a blue shirt on? Look at this. It looks like he got shot. It looks like a blood stain on his chest.
Maybe he was smoking the meth and it fell on his shirt.
Probably was.
Like the pipe.
Yeah,
like it looks like a burnt mark, maybe.
What a fucking idiot.
Yo, just letting y'all know,
Jeez.
This week's Stupid as Hell is David Ratliff. And let me tell you, if you're getting high off your own supply, either you gonna get arrested or probably you die. So, David Ratliff, 43 years old, man, you stupid as hell, bro. You know what I mean? And that's the way that goes.
That's next level. I just want to know what's wrong with his shirt. That shirt's stupid as hell.
I don't know.
Can that shirt be stupid as hell next week?
Oh my god!
It might be whisk.
His shirt says guilty. How about that?
Yeah, this guy looks fucked up.
But hey, 118 in the books. You know what I mean?
118, and we looking good.
It's good. I'm hip. Yo, Harriet Tubman and them with us. You know what I mean? So we know what time it is, man.
The danger zone.
We all 118. We all 118, 122, something like that. But yo, we appreciate everyone tuning in. Like I said, we're always going to be here. We try to do our best, man. You know, excuses have no purpose, so don't make them.
Don't make them.
Hold on. Shout out to
as we grow.
Hold on. Sorry. Rewind that. You can say that outro one more time. But shout out to everybody watching on TikTok. Apparently, fucking, we've been slacking on TikTok.
We're back on the talk. That's tick.
There's a lot of people watching over there, and I didn't think they would watch long form content.
Thank you.
But
we appreciate it.
I don't know. I guess I didn't think TikTok was a long form content place, but keep watching. All right, go ahead.
Absolutely. Thank you.
It kind of is. But like I said, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Like I said, Lord willing, we're gonna be here, bringing this hip hop music, music in general, culture, sports, what have you. That's us, man, chopping it up. Excuses have no purpose, so don't make them.
Don't make them.
As we grow, we glow, and let's try to be here. And as always, check on your people, check on the people. You know what I mean?
Anybody
make sure everyone's doing well. People are going through things, man. We never know. Sometimes you might not have heard from someone, man. Just make sure they're good. You know, the older senior citizens, make sure they're good, man. That's all. Check on your people, man. You know what it is. On my dark days, soon come.
On my dark days, I chopped crack on a regular. Ran up in spots and clapped on a regular. Took big fat ass stacks from the register. No matter how hard they tried, they still couldn't measure the hard I had.